Proverbs 24:3, through wisdom is a house buildeth, and by understanding it is established. I'd like to give all glory, all praises, honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do well. And as always, peace and salutations to those elect. And this is Socrates pushes truth throughout the four corners of the earth. I'm the brother Yerah from the Great Millstone branch, Gary, Indiana camp, coming at you with another lesson. And as you can see, I open up with that Proverbs, the 24th chapter, to the third verse, and I'm going to read it again. It says, through wisdom is an house buildeth, and by understanding it is established. And the house is what? Speaking of yourself. Because that's how you're supposed to build, build you have your foundation built upon the principles of these scriptures, man. Applying what is written in these scriptures to our walk, man. Verse 4, and by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant things, man. A wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increaseth strength. And the scripture say a wise man is strong. But what does another scripture say? Wisdom, I believe it's in Ecclesiastes, wisdom. Let's do it like that. Ecclesiastes. Start at 9-16. Then I say, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man wisdom despised, and his words are not heard. The words of the wise man are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sin destroyeth much good. So wisdom is better than weapons of war, man. Because why the Lord said real quick, Isaiah 33:6, we always bring this out. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation, and the fear of the Lord of his treasure, man. Because it's going to be wisdom and knowledge is going to keep us stable in the times to come. And I want to look up that word real quick for stable. As you can see, I got pulled up already. Stability. I don't know why it's playing. Oh, man. My internet off. Slack here. Turn this shit off, man. Now you get the drift, man. Let's get it. In a minute now, because I was doing another video, then somebody text me, that. Let's do it like that. Firmness, fidelity, steadfastness, steady, security, man. Hey, applying this truth to our walk is what's going to keep us stable in the times to come. And what did the Lord say real quick? Let's go to Matthew 7:24. And I'm just going through the spirit. I ain't got nothing written down. It says, therefore, whoso hear these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which builded his house upon a rock. And what's that rock? That rock is Yahweh Shai, man. Applying the principles and the wisdom and knowledge which he had given unto us to our walk, so we may grow and be protected, man, in the times to come. It says, and the rain descended and the flood came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And the storms represents what? The calamities, the destruction, the tribulations that's about to come upon the earth. The hour of temptation, man. What did the Lord say real quick before I jump back to that? Let's go to Revelations 3:10. We always bring this out. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown, man. So we got to hold fast to the truth, man. The Lord said, man, since we kept his word, he's going to keep us from what? The hour of temptation. The Lord's going to put a spirit upon us where we're not going to fold, man. We're not going to compromise our integrity for this world, man. You know, and that's why it's so important to apply this this truth to your life right now, man. You know, like the scriptures say real quick before I jump back to that. Let's go to Ephesians 6 and 14. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, your feet shod with the preparation of the gospels of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, man. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto all perseverance and supplication for all saints, man. And that's the spirit we need to be in. We need to be applying this truth to our walk, man. Not being just hearers, but doers as well, man. Because that shows your fear in the Lord when you actually do what he tells you to do. Because if you don't, this was going to happen to you. Matthew 7 and 26. And everyone that hear these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be like unto a foolish man, which builded his house upon the sand, and the rain descended, and the flood came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. And great was the fall of it. Because why? Because you didn't really took heed to this truth, man. You didn't really apply this. You didn't really grow, man. You didn't set your house in order, like it says real quick. Let's get that. 2nd Ezra 14 and 13. And it reads, now therefore set thy house in order, reprove thy people, comfort such as be in trouble, and renounce corruption. And that house starts with yourself. You got to get yourself in order first and foremost, man. You know, you got to put your spirit, get your mind right, man. Like the beloved elder down there in Nap like to say, man. Get your mind right, man. You know, let go from these mortal thoughts and cast away the burdens of men, and put off now the weak nature, man. Put off that weak nature, man. Man up, man. Verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste to flee from these times, man. You gotta be hastening to flee from these times, man. Because why? Verse 16, for yet greater evil than those which thou hast seen shall be done hereafter, man. And it's finna get a lot worse, man. So we got to get our mind right. What did the Lord said in the book of Job? I believe it's Job 40 and 7. It says, gird up thy loins like a man, and I will demand thee and declare thou unto me. But the point was made in the first part. It said, gird up thy loins like a man. You got to man up. And call Allah Yahweh Shem Shai 144, man. Man the hell up, man. Stop being a bitch. Excuse my French, but it is what it is, man. We got to man up, man. You know, apply this Lord is not giving this grace period for us just to be niggas, man. Just to go around, this ain't no goddamn boys club, man. No, this is serious, man. This is serious. Excuse my French. Excuse my long slip of the tongue twist. It's serious, man. You know, you got to understand the severity of what you got yourself into, man. You know? Because, this is finna get chaotic out there, man. If you're not rooted and grounded, hey, you gonna fold, man. You're gonna be like that man that built his house upon that sand. You know? And your ass gonna get swept away. Simple as that, man. You don't want to be that guy, man. You know, that's why it's so important, to take heed to this truth, man. You know? And that stone represents Yahweh Shai. That's that rock. The cornerstone, man. Let's get that real quick. And you read about that stone. There's many scriptures going to that, what that stone is symbolic to. And who's that stone? That stone is Yahweh Shai. Let's go to Isaiah 28 and 16. Therefore saith the Lord power, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tri-stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste, man. He that believe on that stone, you're going to be good, man. You know? Hey, but our people are going to put their trust in other things. This was going to happen to them, man. I just jumped down. Isaiah 28:18. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourges shall pass through, then shall ye be trodden down by it. You're going to be destroyed, man. Because you didn't took heed to this walk, man. You was lasting days, you was playing around. Like the elder always like to bring out, you was settled on your leads, man. On your leads. Half-assing it. You don't want to be that guy, man. You know? We got to build our foundation, our principles upon that stone. Let's go to 1 Peter's 2. And I'm going to start at 2. As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word that you may grow thereby, man. And that's the point of this truth, so we can grow. So we can be cleansed, man. So when the Lord returns, he sees his image in you. Verse 3, if so be ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious, to whom cometh as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of the Most High and precious, ye also as lively stones are built upon a spiritual house, an holy priesthood, to offer a spiritual sacrifice acceptable to the Most High by Yahushua Mashiach. So we got to present our bodies as a living sacrifice, man. It's much more than just going out on the highways and edges. Hey, you got to apply what you preach. The old saying, what my man Barry White used to say, practice what you preach. You got to practice what you preach. You can't be no goddamn hypocrite out here. Now, do we make mistakes? Of course, we are in the flesh. Scripture say no man should not. But hey, you got to apply this. You got to apply this truth to your walk, man. You know, this wisdom, man. Wherefore also it is contained in the scriptures. Behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect, precious, and he that believeth on them shall not be confounded. You got to believe. You know, you got to believe, man. Because what did the Lord said in Sirach 2:10? Book of Sirach 2:10. It said, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord was confounded? Or did any abide in this field was forsaken? On whom did he ever despise that called upon him, man? So the Lord said, check my track record. And that's another reason why we read these scriptures, man. These scriptures, when we read these stories about Joseph, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth, out of those who put that fear and put that trust in the Lord, and how the Lord came through for them. Hey, these stories we read about is supposed to comfort us, because we come into some times where we're going to be tried, man. You know? And if you've been half-assing and bullshitting around and pussyfooting around, man, hey, you're going to get caught up there, man. Verse 11, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in a time of affliction, man. Verse 12, woe be to the faint-hearted and the faint hands and the sinners that go up two ways. You know, you double-minded, man. And what did the Lord says, real quick? No, I ain't gonna get it. You know, I believe in James, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out this truth, man. You got to be fully all the way in, man. You know? Verse 13, woe unto them that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore he shall not be defended. You're going to be defended. You're not going to be defended. You didn't listen. And to show your belief is listening and hearkening unto the word. That's how you show you believe in the Lord, man. You know? Hey, but our people trust in what? They trust in oppression. And they're going to get their ass blitzed like John Madden when it's all said and done, man. You know, verse 14, woe unto them that have lost patience. And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? What you going to do when the Lord visits you, man? You lost patience. You lost faith. You didn't take heed to this word. You didn't believe. Ultimately, you really didn't believe. So you didn't believe, and through your disbelief, it caused you to make what? A hasty decision that's going to get your ass swept away when that flood come, man. And when that little flood of fire come, man, that sweeping wind, the Lord finna come with the true street sweeper. You know, Jacob said, I got the street sweeper. No, the Lord got the real street sweeper, man. ICBM missiles, man. you know you're going to be through. You don't want to be that guy, man. You know, you want to trust and believe in the Lord, man. You know, it says, verse 15, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his words. You're not going to disobey. And they that love him will keep his ways. You know what I'm saying? They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him. And they that love him shall be filled with his law. They that fear the Lord prepare their heart and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy, man. And we're going to put our trust and faith in the Lord, man. We're going to build our foundation, our house, our principles upon the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And that's the mindset you need to be having. And that's the mindset you need to be pushing amongst the flock, man. You know, not pushing this puss-ass mindset real quick. Oh, man. It's like Satan does things just to irritate you, man. In Isaiah 30 and 12. Wherefore thus, and that's all his job is, just to vex and irritate the shit out of you, man. These demons, you know, because I did this lesson, you know, I had to redo it because, you know, I forgot to put the airplane mode, and all of a sudden somebody called at the end of the lesson, you know. But anyway, Isaiah 30 and 12. Wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. You're going to be gone, man. You're going to be swept away and through. And he shall break it as the breaking of a potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that he shall not be found in the burstings of it, as a sure to take fire from the hearth, or to take water withal out of the pit. You're gonna be through. You know? Because the Lord said this, man. Psalm 62 and 10. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. It reaches, increases, set not your heart upon them. But the point was made. Trust not in oppression, man. And boy, oh boy, our people constantly putting that trust in this devil. And this devil keep laying you people down, man. You know? But I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, you get the drift, man. You know, quick video I want to make to encourage you brothers, to exhort you brothers, hey, to continue to fight the good fight of faith, man. You know, hold on, let no man take thy crown, man. So with that, I'm gonna say, call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Kakadash. Salakia. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who well, and as always, peace and salutations to the whole elect. And this is Sakim, as pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom and a Baba Ball.